Today on In the Woodyard, we got a load of wood we got to put somewhere. Here we go. So yesterday we made this load of wood at the end of the day, and everything is going really good. And I got to put that somewhere because I want to make more wood. The processor is running great. I got to clean all this stuff up once I get that unloaded so I can start over again. And then we got the big load of wood over there, the loads in yesterday. And I'm going to be separating some of this stuff. We got ash in here. So I want to kind of keep all the ash together. I got to pick out some ironwood and some hard maple out of that pile that I want to make sure I get processed in with the hard maple. We got all that to get split up yet over there. Tree service wood, so the work never ends. It's just the way it is. It's got to get done. Let's get to it. There it is, the trailer's empty. This trash you see in here, that's from 2 loads. There's probably a few pieces in there yet, but that's 2 loads worth, so not too bad actually. And I threw all the kindling over here like you saw. And I moved the elevator back and forth so I could get it high. Now it's up there. That's 12 feet high easily because this is 6 foot right here. So yeah, it's 12 feet high. And I did have some pieces fall out on this side, but I braced it. So stuff that fell out, I lined up along the edge here like this, kind of stood it up. I mean, laid it in, almost like stacking it. And it gave me a little bit more support here. I got a little bulge here, so I stuck a brace in it because this board right here broke. But it's holding. That's a bunch of wood in there. So now I got to find a new home because I will not get any more in here. So my plan is I'm going to go run another load right now into the trailer, and when I get done with that, then we're going to go over to that big bin there. I'm going to start cleaning that up by throwing all the old stuff that's good to go wood. I'll walk over there and show you. There's a lot of wood in there yet. It's probably, if I was to guess, there's probably 5 or 6 full cords because it's kind of spread out at the monster bin. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick out all the good stuff, throw it up and in there, and then rebuild the side right in here. And I ain't going to worry about the trash that's sitting on here, all this little stuff. I might pick some of it out of here. But as long as it's off the ground is the main thing. And so I will clean up this edge right here, throw everything that way. And then I can start in this corner and I can go right in here. So originally you can see where the dirt is there. That's how far this bin went out. So originally the bin started right here. So that's what's left. And that was 5 semi-loads in here of hard maple. So went down to the dirt there, over to where the dirt is there, where it's just starting to grow now. So time to fill it up again. So I'll rebuild this, clean it all up, probably pull the pallets out, rake this up, shovel up most of the debris, and then we'll rebuild this. I gotta get some pallets tomorrow, and we will make this baby ready to go because we got a lot of wood to go get processed yet. So okay, it's time to process. So I got logs put in place here. Oh, it looks like I got a piece of ash right there. I got to get that out of there. We don't want that in here. And then I loaded up some more on the live deck, all hard maple. You can see here, I cleaned everything out. We'll go around to the other side. I moved a new basket in place, and this other one here, I'll fill that one up. And I put the one that's almost full to the outside, because that way I can take it away once it's full. And I got the trailer in place. And then over here on this side, I pushed back in the bladder from the tote that's got all the kindling and I've been tossing in. So as I see pieces, as I'm grabbing stuff for like resplits, I grab them and I just throw them in here. So I'll give this a little shove over. There we go, so I can get it in there. And then I also pulled out the catch pans made from bladders underneath here. Got those all cleaned out. There's a fresh, brand spanky new bladder in place to catch sawdust. I actually got 2 of them down. I cut off, you know, a chunk like that. And here's the other one. It's got a little sawdust in there because there's a little oil in there. And then this is the one that I removed. This is a short one here. So this is from the small size tote, but you can see how full that is. That's as full as you can get because there was stuff falling out here. So that one is ready to go. I think it's going to go to Mike. He wants some more for around his garden or trees or neighbor or something like that. And then also I sorted out the wood. You saw that earlier. So this is all of the ash here. I mean, there might be something else in there, but I think it's all ash. I don't see anything. There's a piece of ironwood right there. I'll pull that out later. But yeah, there's some ash logs here. So that'll be done separately. Probably in the next couple of days I'll get this done. But then over here, I put all the maple, and there is, I see there's a piece of ash right down there. And there's some ironwood in here, but that I mixed right in. This is ironwood too. I mixed that right in with the other stuff. There's another ironwood right there. So that just gets mixed in with the hard maple. And then I used a log and I pushed it over the debris. So I kind of cleared this up a little bit, made a pile so I can scoop that up later. And then I did bring down some big uglies and a couple little pencils, because in the processor, there's 2 kinds of wood that the processor doesn't like. These little bitty dinky winky ones here like this. I could run it, but you got to get it just right or it tumbles on you. And then this one here, kind of a crookedy, knotty one. It's got a big crotch there and there. That's a piece of ash that's split. It's got a big big crack all the way through it. And this is a real crooked one here of hard maple. And then another piece of ash there. So this stuff pretty much will all be hand cut. And there's some tree service stuff here too. So these big stumps. So I've been putting this stuff over here just so that it's out of the way. And then whenever we get to it, here's that one I was talking about. See how the big crack in it? You don't want to run that in a processor. That's just danger. And there's another one right here that's danger. When they're broke like that and that crack goes through that thing, you get it, the saw going through it, and the clamp won't be in the right spot, and it'll jump and catch and bounce, and splinters will fly. So there it is. All right, we're going to start up the beast. right, there's a load of wood. Got her done. It's getting really hot. And that's how much debris I got. I am getting through the hard maple pretty good. So this is all ash here. So all I got left for hard maple is this here. And that's a little more than a load there. And then over here, this pile is all hard maple. So there's probably close to 2 loads here. And this is for sure 2, maybe even, yeah. There's probably 4 loads total here left that I'm going to get done. But tomorrow I'm going to rebuild my big bin, get that ready to go, and then all this wood. So those 4 loads and the load that's in the trailer right now, that's all going to go in that big bin that the hard maple was in last year that is all pretty much all sold. So that's what's on the agenda for tomorrow. I'm going to be here at 5:30 a.m. You better be here, because I'm going to be here waiting for you. That's all I got for today, folks. See you tomorrow morning. Good night, Irene.